what on earth am I putting on my private jet? My pilots are gonna say like, Jeannie, what the heck is this? Let's talk about it. I pulled off into this conference room because I wanted to show you guys this thing that we recently got and we're gonna put on the plane. This is a red light therapy, essentially sleeping bag. The most important thing I think people need to understand about when you work for these individuals, these very, very ultra high net worth individuals, time is the only thing they cannot buy more of in this world. The trends I've noticed in luxury hospitality, it's really going towards wellness. So there's a couple things we added to the jet. We put a TENS unit on, which is essentially almost like electric shock waves through the muscle that kind of helps it untense. And then we put a mini Theragun. But this is the big kahuna that we put on. This thing's like a couple $1,000s, in fact. But let's open it. The whole reason this started with red light therapy is that NASA was studying how they could improve muscle fatigue of their astronauts. So the red light therapy penetrates the skin. It essentially helps them like regenerate energy. So it reduces inflammation, helps with sleep, helps with muscle fatigue, and supports collagen production, which is why you see a lot of women wearing the masks. So it's really not that big. I could put this in the cargo, but because the boss wants to use it before going to sleep, and I'm just kind of poking around here, looking at everything. Look, fun little glasses. I don't know if he'll actually wear those. We'll see. My clients and our clients, they just don't want to get from point A to point P anymore. It's so much more about really get to their destination feeling amazing and not just going through the motions of traveling, feeling jet lag, dehydration. There's a reason that Bombardier and Gulfstream keep fighting for what has the lowest cabin altitude pressure internally, because obviously it has an effect on the physicality of your body and how you feel. So this one's Mito Red Light. I'm just excited for this because I really do think the client's no longer just traveling. Like, it's going to also be restorative and healing when we implement some of these things on board and some of these service enhancements. So only 20-minute session. All right, so it gave us 2 of everything. So we chose this one primarily because it can be like wrapped up like a sleeping bag. Let's actually take a peek at it. I will put it back in here for stowage, but I'm kind of curious to look at it. Oh my gosh, this thing is awesome. Oh, this thing's cool. Oh my gosh, my pilots are gonna say like, Jeannie, what the heck is this? So it's like a giant sleeping bag that you can open and fold into. This thing is fantastic. Man, I'm excited about this. So it looks like it plugs in right here. Like NASA, again, is the one who studied this. But essentially, while they were doing this study of how they could grow plants in space quicker with red light therapy, they noticed the people who were working these studies were healing faster. They started testing those lights on sore muscles, on cuts, on wounds. What they found was like all of those wounds closed faster and healed faster. What I like is that it's front and back. It's not just a mat. So it's gonna be like full body recovery. I'm always showing you guys different things I'm doing on the planes that I work on. I am obviously not allowed to film in the planes, very strict NDAs. Hence why I'm showing you off the plane. One of the coolest offerings in the wellness forward trends that you're starting to see in hospitality. People really care about feeling great. People aren't drinking as much, drinking is down. And I think this is just one of these amazing things that you're gonna start seeing pop up often. This is the Mito Red Light MitoPod. It's both sides. It's not just a single side mat. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fold this a little bit more compactly. I wonder if I can even roll it. I'm gonna be putting this in the Act Lav closet. I might even try to tuck it behind the last club seat, but I'm gonna have this laid out on the bed for them ready to go so he can get a session in before going to sleep for the red-eye flight that we have tomorrow night.